What's up, YouTube? Capital G. This is going to be a video discussion about something that is a little bit of a wild idea. Some people might call it maybe too extreme. But this idea was brought upon by somebody who left a comment in my Gold Series 2012 Haunted Mine discussion. It was basically, for lack of a better word, kind of like boycotting Konami. Not boycotting them in the sense of, like stop playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or anything like that, but just doing two things. Number one, acknowledging that some of these sets that they're releasing are just flat out garbage, like crap. Not trying to qualify it. I mean, let's be real. Let's call a spade a spade. Gold Series Haunted Mine is garbage. The set is basically flooded with outdated cards, unnecessary reprints, and it doesn't have a lot of the good reprints that we could have. Those are three things why, three reasons why I think it's bad. And then number two, just not buying these sets, like not supporting them. Because Kevin Tewart has basically proven he's not the smartest or he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Like, he doesn't really understand the competitive game and what players really want, in my opinion. And all the Gold Series have sold really well. If this one sells really well, I mean, he's going to think, well, obviously this is what players wanted. So, we gave them what we want. And I don't think that there'll be a lot of improvement next year. Let's start on Gold Series Haunted Mine and why I think it's bad. And I mean, if you've listened to the views and opinions of your other fellow players or other YouTubers, you understand that there really isn't anybody who's like thrilled with the set. If you're that one guy at locals who's debating everybody about how good the set is, you're not being optimistic. You're wrong. I mean, there really isn't two ways about it. The set is, like I said, it's flooded with unnecessary reprints. Stuff like Hyperion, Grapha, cards that don't cost a lot of money. So I don't really see the value in reprinting them. Utopia, which was already printed 3 times previously to this. I'm not really understanding why we needed a 4th reprint. Now, they did reprint and battle pack cards from Generation Force, like Tyrus and Adrius, so why couldn't they throw in Levier or Roach in Gold Series 2012? Like, I don't understand that. Roach is still like a $30 card because it's so good against Heretics. It's so good against Chaos Dragons. Why wasn't Roach in this set, considering Roach has never been reprinted? The same thing I could say about Levier. I mean, it's only been reprinted. It's only been printed once, so why wasn't it in this? You have cards that actually do need reprints because they're wildly overdue. Cards like Infernity Barrier, Scrap Dragon, Karakuri Beret. Like, Karakuri Beret has always been the expensive one, and yet they reprinted Karakuri Bereto, which was the cheap one. Dragunity Night Vaja. Like, that card, actually, I've checked, it's like a $20 card. So not only did you not print, anything from Generation Force in this set, to my knowledge, but you didn't print a lot of those old cards that should have been printed forever ago that are wildly expensive. So, I'm just saying, acknowledge that Turbo Pack 8 and Gold Series Haunted Mine are basically just, they're pretty crappy sets, and just don't go out there and spend your money. Even if they weren't going to reprint highly sought after cards like Infernity Barrier and Scrap Dragon, and they weren't going to reprint, newer cards like Roach and Levier, then why didn't they do better rarity upgrades? Like, some people consider Grapha and Hyperion rarity upgrades. Again, to my eyes, there's really not that big of a difference between a gold rare and an ultra rare. There really isn't that much of a difference. Why couldn't those have been cards like Sabersaurus or Wind Up Magician, Swap Frog, Gates of the Dark World? Like, wouldn't you have much rather had a gold rare Gates of the Dark World than having, a gold rare Grapha? Like, you have more, your deck's more shiny, it looks better. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not understanding why people thought that was so confusing. But I'm not saying that everything that Konami has released has been trash, because, if you look at Epic Pack Battle, it was an amazing set. It had Tour Guys and Adrius and Tyrus and Forbidden Lance and Doom Caliber Knight. That's a fantastic set, and I give Konami all the credit. But then when you come and you release back-to-back garbage like Turbo Pack 8, which, I've acknowledged it. It's going to be awesome to have an ultra-rare Skill Drain. I don't understand why now you're reprinting Skill Drain. Why wasn't that like a gold rare in Gold Series 2 or something like that? You know what I mean? now Skill Drain's gonna be like what, a $30 card? I mean, it seems a little unnecessary. Like, you could have put that in the Gold Series and it would have been like, I don't know, a $12 card that would have been a lot more obtainable. So let me know what you guys think. I just think that, you know, we should not continue to just blindly support crappy ass sets. Show Konami, you know, that you're not gonna take this bullshit. And if they want to just keep pumping out garbage, then, you know, don't buy the garbage that they spew out, and maybe they'll, you know, come to the conclusion that, hey, you know what, people don't want these sets. Let's put some better stuff in here, because it's unexcusable for, you know, Infinity Barrier and, you know, Scrap Dragon to have been out this fucking long when everything in those sets have been reprinted. Yet those are two cards that are still like $30, $25, and still haven't been reprinted. So let me know what you guys think about that. Hopefully you will enjoy the rest of this duel. I guess I'll stop talking, just tune me out, and you just continue to watch the duel. Thanks.